What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for Hold Me While You Wait by Lewis Capaldi. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button and let me know in the comments below what are the songs by Lewis Capaldi that you want to learn on guitar. Guys, the first thing that you want to know to play Hold Me While You Wait on guitar is that in order to go to some bar chords and keep this song as beginner friendly as possible, we're going to capo up to 4th fret. And if you don't have a capo, I'll have a link to get this capo for free right up here. The next thing that you want to know for Hold Me While You Wait is the structure of this song. We're going to start with a verse, then go to pre-chorus, then chorus, then verse, pre-chorus, chorus again. Then we'll have a short bridge, and then we're going to finish up the song with one last chorus. And the last thing that you want to know before we dive into Hold Me While You Wait is the 5 chords that we need to play this song. The first one is G. The next one is C. The next one is E minor. The next one is D. And the last one is a bar chord, but I will have a beginner way to play it in the pinned comment below. The last chord you need for Hold Me While You Wait is B minor. And again, I will have a beginner way to play that B minor in the pinned comment if you need it, as well as chord charts for all the other chords. And with all that in mind, guys, let's dive into Hold Me While You Wait. Man, I absolutely dig this song. It's such a beautiful one. I've been digging more and more of Lewis Capaldi's songs. I haven't heard a ton of them, but every song that I've heard by him, I really dig. And this song is a great song for a beginner guitarist, even with that B minor in there, because it really is just chords and strum patterns through the whole song, and it's not too terribly difficult. So with that in mind, the first chord progression that we're going to take a look at is the one that we're using for our verses. For our verses, our chord progression is going to be G, B minor, and C. Repeated over and over again throughout all of our verses. For our strum pattern, for each chord, we're going to be doing this. We'll start with our G chord here as our example. We're going to just have 16 palm muted down strums, which may sound like a lot and sound intimidating, but let me explain what that means. First of all, palm muting. If you don't know what palm muting is, it's a lot easier than it sounds. All that means is we're going to take the soft part of our strumming hand right here, we're going to rest it on our strings near the bridge, and we're going to keep that rested on there while we're actually doing the strum pattern. And what that's going to give us is this kind of sound. It's going to give us this kind of muted and muffled and percussive sound. It sounds really cool, and it's exactly what's being done in this song to get that kind of muffled background sound that drives the piano part that's kind of the main part of this song. The background guitar just kind of hangs back and has that palm muted, and that's exactly what gives it that sound. And so what we're going to be doing is, again, 16 palm muted down strums for each of those chords. What I like to do whenever I'm doing this is I like to count it out in sets of 8. So again, with our G chord as our example here, I like to do this. I like to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just about like that. And that helps me keep my place rather than trying to count all the way up to 16. I like to count in sets of 8. I just think it makes it a little bit easier to keep up with. And it also kind of helps pace the song and get that natural kind of feel and rhythm of the song as well. So again, guys, pretty simple chord progression: G, B minor, C. Again, I will have a beginner way to play that B minor in the pinned comment below if you need it. And then just 16 down strums palm muted for each one of those chords. So a little walkthrough of what that's actually going to look like chord by chord will be about like this. We'll start with our G chord again. We're going to start and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. B minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that, and then we're going to take it back up into the G. So guys, with all that in mind, a couple of times through that verse chord progression with that verse strum pattern will look about like this without me talking. And from there, guys, we're into what's being played for pre-chorus. For pre-chorus, our chord progression is going to be E minor, G, D, and D again. So we're going to play that last D there for 2 measures, or if you don't know what that means, just twice as long as all of the other chords. For this one, we're going to have a very similar strum pattern, but we're going to cut it in half. So instead of playing 16 palm muted down strums, we're going to play 8 palm muted down strums. Other than that, it's exactly the same feel. We're just going to palm mute and do those kind of percussive down strums just like that with this new pre-chorus chord progression. So a little walkthrough of what that'll look like. We'll start with our E minor. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just about like that, repeated through all of our pre-choruses. Not too terribly complicated and not too terribly different than the verses. A lot of the song has that same exact kind of feel. We're just switching the chord progression around. So if you can get that kind of feel for that strum pattern down, all of the chord progressions are fairly similar. We're just going to switch them around a little bit depending on where we're at in the song. So with that in mind, guys, a couple of times to that pre-chorus chord progression with that strum pattern will look about like this without me talking. And from there, guys, that's going to bring us into what's being played for our choruses. For the choruses on Hold Me While You Wait, we're going to have a very similar feel to what we're playing for our verses. So our chord progression for our choruses is going to be G, B minor, E minor, and D. Repeated through all of our choruses. And then just like our verses, we're going to have 16 palm muted down strums for each one of those chords. So again, same techniques apply here. Palm muting, resting our palm right there on the bridge and getting that muffled kind of percussive sound. And then we're gonna have 16 of those down strums for each one of those chords. And again, I like to count those in my head as sets of 8 because it just kind of helps break it up a little bit and pace it out and kind of get the right rhythm of the song as well. So with that in mind, guys, again, pretty simple chord progression and a pretty simple strum pattern to go with it, but a little walkthrough of what that'll actually look like is about like this. We'll start with our G chord and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just about like that, repeated all the way through our choruses. Again, if you've gotten this far in the lesson, this just kind of combines techniques from both the verse and the pre-chorus. Same kind of techniques, just a little bit of a different chord progression. So guys, a couple times through that chorus chord progression with that strum pattern will look about like this without me talking. guys, finally, the last thing that you need to know to play Hold Me While You Wait is the bridge. For the bridge, we're gonna have a very simple chord progression and an even simpler strum pattern to go along with it than we've had in the rest of the song. So first, let's take a look at our chord progression. Our chord progression for our bridge is gonna be C, D, E minor, and G, repeated twice for the bridge. So you'll be happy to know no B minor in this part. You can give your fingers a little bit of a rest before we get into that last chorus of the song. So for this, you might already be able to tell, but what we're gonna do is just a single down strum for each chord. So literally, just like this, we're gonna go down, 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 and then again, down, 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 down. And that's gonna take us into the very last chorus of the song. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Again, super simple, beginner-friendly chord progression for that, and then just a single down strum for each chord, which again, should be no problem for anybody out there who's learning this song. So guys, finally, to send us off, a couple of times to that bridge chord progression and strum pattern for Hold Me While You Wait will look about like this without me talking. And guys, that is everything that you need to know to play Hold Me While You Wait on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 800 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there could not be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to see what songs I'm jamming on, where I'm traveling right now, or pictures of my dog, you can hit up my Instagram at @thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below. And lastly, guys, if you want to support the channel and get your name in the credits at the end of each new guitar tutorial, you can hit up my Patreon at patreon.com/thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below as well. Guys, Hold Me While You Wait is a beautiful, relatively new song from Lewis Capaldi. I didn't get to this one right away when it first came out, but I knew as soon as I heard it, it was one that I wanted to share with you guys. It's a really good one for beginners because the strum patterns in this are fairly simple. That palm muting might be a new technique to some of you out there, but it's not too terribly difficult of a concept to get down, and it's a super useful one. And then again, that B minor might be tricky to some people out there, but again, I will have a beginner way to play that B minor in the pinned comment below if you need it. But other than that, this song is very beginner friendly. The only thing that also might be a little bit tricky is just remembering what parts of the song go where, because there is several different chord progressions in this song, and making sure you know where you're at in the song is really important to making sure that, you know, it sounds right. So it's a really beautiful song, guys. I absolutely love this one. This is mostly a piano-driven song, but there is that constant guitar keeping the rhythm in the background of the song, which is exactly what we just learned. And so it's a very beautiful guitar part that is very cool to accompany with piano. So what I would love to see is I would love to see some covers of this where people are actually accompanying the guitar part with some piano as well, whether that's doing some kind of like looping type of situation or whether that's actually playing with a pianist or something along those lines. But I think it's a beautiful song. I can't wait to see some more covers of this one. I've already seen a couple that were posted on YouTube. But anyways, guys, I had a lot of fun learning this one. I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning it as well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.